Another wonderful miracle, of course, is Andrew Shishkoff. So we got out of the car and I went out, and one of the hippies was out there harvesting his carrots. This is 8,000 feet high. Carrots do not grow at 8,000 feet. They need warmth. I went out there, and this guy was Andrew Shishkoff. And he was pulling these carrots there, probably about 4 inches long. So I sat down and I just began to help him harvest his carrots. Now, as we just talked a while, then the Spirit led me to just share. I says, Andrew, I says, you know, I believe the Lord has a different harvest for you. A harvest of souls. Later he told me, he says, he got so angry at me because he was fulfilling his dream. I mean, he'd always dreamt of harvesting his own. They grew their own marijuana. They grew everything, right? You know, well, of course they had food stamps. They went to town to buy groceries, but there's no way they could grow their own food and survive. Anyway, they were there. And as it turns out, there was some other Jews that had come through on the bus. They had stopped at this commune, and they says, we found the Messiah, Jesus. They left him some Bibles, and they drove off. So these guys said, well, let's see this. So they'd smoke their marijuana at night, and they'd read the Bible. You know, and sure enough, Jesus Messiah. So they had accepted Jesus Messiah. And so eventually, of course, they came into Santa Fe. And Andrew Shishkoff came to me one day and said, Don, I do believe that God is calling me into the ministry. He says, could you counsel me as to what maybe organization I should be ordained under? Again, the Holy Spirit kicked out. These words came out. I had never thought of this before. I said, what? Andrew, if I were you, no way would I let a Gentile organization ordain me as a Jew. I said, a lot of the New Testament is written over debating whether these Gentiles could really become Christians. I said, you know, if there is not an organization that will ordain Messianic rabbis, you need to go start it. That was prophetic. There was not an order. He was actually one of the first to actually establish an organization that would actually ordain Messianic rabbis. And so Andrew became my assistant for about 4 years. Andrew Shishkoff is in Israel. He's right at Galilee. They're actually building what I call a mini Glorietta. And it's a campus where groups can come in and hold conferences. And so Andrew Shishkoff has fulfilled what the Spirit said one day. And he travels worldwide.